basically the three theories that I think we should focus on for this project are theory of planned behavior, groupthink, and organizational communication theory. I think each of those three theories discuss the impact that external behaviors and beliefs can have on three separate collections of individuals or groups. The way I see it personally is that we can use the theory of planned behavior, first off, to analyze individual cognitive activity, or even like a dyad between one person and another. Groupthink we can use then for that next step of small groups of individuals like clubs or collections of friends and whatnot. And then organizational communication theory obviously applies to larger organizations and more professional settings in a general sense overall. So I think that's kind of the third place we can focus on, or even start if we want to, since it's a more generalized area. I think they're critical mainly because they flow along with the project that I think we're going to be focusing on, which is examining the influence of behavioral norms on professional expectations. So, you guys have anything to add to that at all? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what comes to mind is lately there have been these wild stories releasing regarding the inappropriate behavior of Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey.
Oh yeah, that's nuts.
They were both accused by numerous victims of sexual harassment while in a professional setting.
Yeah.
Yikes. You know, looking at the past 15 to 20 years, the postmodern work environment has evolved into a more casual and conversationally driven environment. I've actually done some research on how societal norms in general have driven a shift in behavior.
Okay.
In a 2016 study done by Lee, Geiger, Brown, and Beck, they analyzed the effects of social expectations on college students and whether or not they would drive, knowing how fatigued and worn out they were. An astounding number of individuals, over 70%, responded in agreement, stating that they would in fact drive, even though they were exhausted.
Yeah.
Simply because that's just what they thought they should do.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think of that to be like an issue in the first place.
There was like no thought towards the danger they put themselves or others in because they had just become accustomed to doing what they needed to do to leave somewhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't think about that either.
Well, regardless, I think that those three theories are actually perfect and they go well together.
Yeah.
There's like a few differences in them, but I think that the root of each theory is pretty much identical and is transferable pretty much across each. And all three directly relate to the concept that we're exploring in this company project of how cultural and social expectations frame our individual behaviors.
Yeah.
And establish like traditions across the organization or new social expectations in the group atmosphere. I wonder if we're actually being influenced by those theories right now.
Maybe.
No.
Well, I definitely think we're moving in the right direction. Just finding out how we can show specific examples to the rest of the team is going to be tough. I think the so-called question we can focus on is how we can use the theory of planned behavior, groupthink, and organizational communication theory to shape a more just yet efficient work environment in the postmodern era.
Yeah, I actually think that'll be a perfect place to start. Kind of acts as like a cornerstone, just a question that we can build off of. And it also gives us something that we can bring back to a couple of the managers so that they can approve of the direction we're moving and we can show them exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing later? You guys going out tonight, or it's Thirsty Thursday after all?
Yeah, I was just talking to a few of my friends, and we were gonna probably hit Motab and then go to either Bowls or maybe Creaky Tiki for the 2-for-1s.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
Yeah. Piper, are you not going downtown later? It's Farmers and Thirsty Thursday. Or do you just not have a life?
Should probably just sit at home all night, get some ice cream or something, just hang out, watch a movie on Netflix.
Okay, but seriously, do you not drink at all?
I prefer to keep what I do on my own time personal. I would rather just keep working on this project and get it done.
Basically confirms she has no. Yeah. I mean, come on. Like, you have to live it up downtown sometime. Like, I was downtown last week, and, like, 9:15 rolls around. I can't remember a single thing after that. I was blacked out, and it was awesome.
Woo! I mean, she probably has some life, though. I mean, what about Charlie?
Oh, do you have a boyfriend?
No, I was talking about her cat.
Oh, God, never mind.
Piper, you know, she's so fun.
Yeah.
She acts like she has this whole like image of like, oh,
I hate myself. I hate my job.
I hate my
I don't belong anywhere.
I hate my coworkers.
Yeah,
I
but
hate
I'm pretty
my
sure
job.
she loves working here.
No,
She's
she
great.
loves us.
She loves us. I mean, who couldn't love us? Like, we're the greatest people in this office.
No,
I mean,
honestly, like it's so much. We have so much fun
Yeah,
together.
it's great.
Joking around.
Seriously, what I do on my own time shouldn't matter. I don't even think.
Honestly, like, your opinion doesn't matter at all anymore. Once you've taken a few shots, like, then you can come back. We'll bring you back in, invite you back into this project.
Wow, she really doesn't have thick skin. I mean, we're only kidding.
Yeah. And I honestly, like, I doubt she's upset. Like, we're just being funny, like, just
No,
messing around.
We're hilarious.
Yeah, we're hilarious.
Yeah, no, we're hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you ask why I worked here? I literally have no idea. I hate my job. It's like, come on. In all seriousness, the situation shown is the way most professionals have become accustomed to operating at work. Being a part of and even witnessing a situation like this can be troubling, which is why our goal was to hopefully show that inappropriate actions are occurring in everyday work interactions.
We want to make it known that just a general smack on the wrist or suspensions isn't enough to combat these issues. Taking the time to isolate individuals who feel the need to attack coworkers simply for the sake of fun isn't something that anybody should be comfortable with. So that's kind of why we wanted to bring to your guys' attention a broad yet accurate suggestion that we have using those 3 theories that we discussed earlier on in the skit to shape this sort of suggestion on the modern work environment.
We also believe that establishing detailed specific rules and permanent consequences for people that harass their coworkers in the work environment is an appropriate starting solution to solving these kinds of issues. We also think that making sure that your coworkers feel as comfortable as possible in the working environment and as welcomed and accepted as possible is not only great for the morale of the entire company and organization, but it also is great individually and will lead to greater success for the overall organization.
Bye.